Hello everybody, Moltrap here. Welcome to game 2 of day 2 of CJ Entis versus Samsung Khan, the Pro League playoffs, 3 through 6 finals, I guess. Meaning the third place team through the sixth place team playing off to get a chance to get into the real meat of the playoffs against Oz in second. I was trying to explain the format and everything last game, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to explain other stuff, and so I apologize for that. But it is, at least going to be 4 games, and it's going to be a lot of casting. So I figured I should get that out of the way in the beginning, and then I'll be able to talk about other things as well. Anyway, yes, Kwanro versus Miracle. Kwanro representing CJ, Miracle representing Khan. I gotta favor this game for Kwanro, to be completely honest, because Kwanro's been playing really, really well. Well, I won't say really well. He hasn't been owning the crap out of everyone, but he has been playing pretty good, and he's been getting very far in individual leagues recently, and starting to live up to his real potential, which Diggity actually spotted a couple years ago when he absolutely destroyed Midas in a really awesome game. If you go look up, Midas versus Kwanro, that was a great game. And it was just absolute, what the Zerg are meant for. It was just complete and utter annihilation with beautiful Zergling and Mutamicro. And what is Kwanro? Kwanro's talking to his computer right now. Anyway, Miracle, kind of a second-tier Terran for Samsung Khan. But, it is best of 7, so they need to put at least 6 people in their lineup. And so they have to kind of go to their second-string players. Miracle did win a decent game against Shuttle in the playoff games to help clinch their spot in this against STX. Khan knocked STX out of the playoffs. CJ, by the way, knocked Height Sparkies out of the playoffs, and that's why they're here now. And also, I should mention that this is day 2, and so I'm going to have to spoil day 1. If you don't want to hear that spoiled, then go watch it now and come back and watch these later. But, excuse me. Khan actually won the first best of 7, and actually it was kind of interesting. Some of the players I thought would win lost, and some of the players I thought would lose won, rather. And so it was an interesting set. But Khan did win in 6 games, 4-2, in that first set. So that means CJ has to win this set to even have a chance. And if they can win 4 games in this set, it'll still, because that would tie it up, they'll still go to an ace match, and they'll be able to play their, ace players for one final game, and everything will ride on one game at the end there. But if Khan wins this set, then they just win outright, because they will have won both best of 7s. Anyway, so yes, Kwanro has been providing some wins for his team in the playoffs as well, I believe, and doing pretty well. Anyway, I just got back from Comic-Con, actually. And that was a lot of fun. I went down to San Diego. I was actually staying on Diggity's couch for most of the time I was down there. And got to go to Con for one of the days. Got to see some of my friends. That was pretty cool. Comic-Con, I have to say, though, it's weird. It's getting a little less nerdy, if that makes any sense. It seems like there's more people that are going just, just because it's a big deal. And rather than, usually it's just completely nerdy and everything, and I don't know, I guess it's been getting really expensive, really busy lately. I mean, they've been selling out the last 2 years. Previous to that, they never sold out before, but a couple of years ago, they decided that they had reached their capacity. It was too busy, and they decided to actually have a sellout point. So I think 110,000 people, so it's a pretty big con, but, anyway, so this year you had a bunch of, Twilight fans going, and people going for big-name movies and stuff like that. Didn't seem quite as nerdy as it did before, but, anyway. Yes. The other thing I wanted to say before it gets too much into things here, by the way, Miracle going for a pretty fast expansion, which is reasonable since he got his scout in there. He saw that Kwanro was not going for any kind of a rush build. Although, even against, an early pool these days, Terrans can try and pull off a 1-Rax into expansion if they can wall off like Miracle did. And it actually can work decently well, because then it becomes really hard to hold off. Usually they'll go out into like a 2-hatch Muta build or something like that, and it's really, really difficult to hold off. But if you can hold off, then you're in a really good position to get a good economy going later on down the line, and it becomes kind of a rush to science vessels. Once you get those vessels out with the radiate, then you can roll over the Zerg with superior economy. But anyway, that's not what happened this game. Kwanro went for that third hatchery. He's going for an econ build, and he is very, very good at macro and micro. So, you know, well, yeah, he'll do fine with a 3-hedge build, even though he's also extremely good at Muta micro. He's just ferocious. That's I think the best word to describe him would be he's a ferocious player. Oh, the medic! Oh, medic almost got sniped there. Came out at just the wrong moment. The Zerglings diving in, almost had a chance to pick it off. It looks as if, by the way, I think that Kwanro's Zerglings are not speed upgraded. Yeah, they are not speed upgraded yet. Oh, Firebat! Oh, the Zerglings did squeeze in. They kill off most of the Marines. Oh, not quite able to kill off those Marines or the Firebat. So a little bit of a suicidal attack there by Kwanro. But he did take out, it looks like 3 or 4 Marines, I think. And basically what that means is now he doesn't have to build sunks. Because at this point in time, the Terran would be wanting to push out with those first 2 Firebats, a medic, and a few Marines to force him to build Sunkens. And so he is going to build 1 Sunken colony, it looks like, which is prudent since he's got to know that Miracle has... Oh my gosh, Miracle's going to move out with almost entirely Firebats. Wow, this is going to be crazy. He's moving out with 3 Firebats, 4 Firebats, 2 Marines, and a medic. And that is it. And Kwanro might not be expecting this because he did kill off all those Marines. So normally the Terran player wouldn't have the forces to just... Oh, he's going out with... He's got Firebats. He's going to try and break down the Protoss Temple. Excuse me. He's using the splash damage from the Firebats to go in behind. This is a genius move by Miracle, but Kwanro's going to spot it. Kwanro is going to spot it. He's going to be able to put sunks in the back there if he wants to, and Miracle does not know that he's been spotted. So a very, very good idea, but I don't think it's going to pay off for him here. Spire is on its way as well, and those Firebats, of course, will not be able to do anything against Mulus when they come out. It looks like he's running a few Zerglings around to either to pick off reinforcements or to pick off maybe those Marines from behind or something like that. I'm not sure why Kwanro isn't building more defenses. Maybe because he could go either way. And here come the Firebats in now. He's building 2 Sun Colonies in different positions. Better against Firebats. You want him in a line against Marines. Oh, he's going to try and run. He picks off one single Firebat. Sacrifices only 2 Zerglings. Maybe a couple more. I didn't see if he added more to that group. But sacrifices some Zerglings to kill off one of the Firebats. It looks like, and that base is going to be under... Oh, he's going to run right by the drones. Stop the... Oh, the drones stop the Firebats. The Firebat is very, very low on health now. It could die very easily, but the medic is in the area. He needs to make sure he doesn't lose those drones, though. He tries to run the drones away. The Spire is up. The Mulists are morphing as we speak. A brilliant move, by the way, blocking the Firebats so that the drones were able to stop the Firebats so the Sun Colony could kill one of them off. And so now he's down to just 2 Firebats, a Marine, and a medic running around inside this base. I think this is bad for Miracle because that single Firebat getting a little bit ahead of the medic. It's very dangerous for Kwanro for the moment, and he runs him back into the Sunken Colony on the front. Only Firebats left. The Marine goes down. The medic is going to go down to Mutalis's fire. And now Miracle has almost no Marines in his base. He's got almost nothing for the counterattack. And you had better believe that Kwanro will be counterattacking with his... Well, actually, he has a decent force of Marines there, and he's managed to get turrets up. So this might not be a fatal blow for Miracle after all. But Kwanro has a decent chunk of Mutalisks now. And I really have to commend Miracle. He's playing a lot better than I might expect him to. Since he didn't seem to play terrible... Well, actually, I haven't seen a lot out of him, so I can't say one way or another how good of a player he is. But he's playing really well. I mean, managing to get all this stuff out, managing to run his Marines and Firebats around and do a lot of distraction if